Okay, so this is called the hunter configuration for setting a fire. It's basically just two big logs that you don't actually intend on burning, shaped in a kind of V shape. You can dig a little trench at the top of the V if you like, or at the bottom of the V. The principle behind this is that this is a fire you would build if you were trying to shelter it from high wind. It's a very effective technique. It's basically just a case of enclosing your fire, but leaving this largish sort of space. The hunter technique is one of my favourite methods of constructing a fire. It's one of the best configurations, I think. It's primarily used to protect a fire from extremely cold conditions, to protect you from extremely cold conditions, or to protect the fire from high crosswinds. In this case the wind is sort of going this way because it just happened to be the best place to set the camera. But you would generally build a fire like this if, say, the wind was coming not entirely from the back this way, but at a slant this way, or this way. The V-shaped logs offer full protection for that. It's an incredibly warm fire for one person, because you sit at the bottom of the opening here, and you get the full warmth of the heat radiating back from the V that you've created, or the A. It's a very easy fire to cook with, it's a very easy fire to dry your clothes with. It's fairly low profile, it can't really be seen too easily from the sides or the back, and from the front you're usually in the way here. It's very easy to construct a shelter around about this fire. It hasn't got very many cons, apart from it's pretty much just a one-person fire, or maybe a two-person fire. The larger you make this A or V, depending on which way you look at it, the less effective this becomes. Really what you're doing is deflecting all of the heat in about this area here, while protecting it from the winds and elements around about it. If I was in an incredibly cold place, and I wasn't able to build a long fire with, say, these logs because they were saturated, or for some other reason I wasn't able to actually burn these logs but they were available to me, this is the fire configuration that I would construct. And then from here I can get the full benefit of the fire. You don't always have the resources or the time to build sort of fire deflectors, large built up fire deflectors. Sometimes all you've got is a couple of logs, but the logs themselves aren't likely to catch fire because you haven't got a lot of materials or resources to build a fire that would sustain a heat long enough to be able to burn pieces of wood like this. That wood there is completely saturated anyway and probably wouldn't burn very well. This one probably would, but in those circumstances, this is a nice fire to construct.